Welcome to the Moms That Read podcast. I'm Mackenzie.
And I'm Kaylee, and today we are going to talk about the banger that is Crown Me Dead. It has been all over the TikTok.
Rightfully so.
Yeah, rightfully so. It's a short read, and we literally read it, and my mind is still reeling.
Whiplash.
While
reading this book, I am going to read the second one. Is it just a duology?
Yeah, it's just a duology.
Fantastic.
So apparently she has 3 duologies.
Oh.
Yeah. 3 duologies. This is, according to TikTok, the tamest duology that she has.
While we're on the subject.
Because this is, if you read it,
a dark fantasy romance. I don't understand what people define as dark. Because I'm getting people sitting on knives. I'm getting maggots in the back of the throat. I'm getting ice cream with questionable substances in it. Like, I don't understand what dark means. Like, I need a clear cut, like, fantasy, worldly, fae, woods that come alive. Like, I get that. Romance, there's love. Dark. Is it nasty? Or is it just like
gruesome?
Weird? Or is it like biker?
I think it's just like
questionable?
If there is a questionable scene happening, they label it as dark. Like, okay, because you read that dark romance with
Hooked, yeah.
We do need a clear-cut definition.
I need something.
Because I read Pan, and that one was dark, but I didn't think it was dark. I thought it was just raunchy, you know?
Yeah. I didn't think Hooked was like they talked about killing people or whatever, but like, yeah, it wasn't morally questionable, but I mean, like,
are we the problem?
Are we just the ones that can't? Category that we need?
Well, I mean,
I need someone to tell me the difference between like they're about to do freaky stuff versus like I'm gonna be talking about things that are gonna make me vomit.
I mean, like, am I the problem that I'm reading this book and I'm like, this is supposed to be a dark book?
True. I'm like,
and I'm like, I think this is dark.
Outside of the maggot situation, there was nothing else that was like a red flag to me.
I mean, there was multiple red flags, but I was here for it.
Wait, what?
Know? He was literally a demon death.
I was blind to that to the very end. So by that point, I was like, oh, what?
But even then, it's like every dark romance.
But to me, that's the fantasy part of it.
Right.
So I'm like,
like, lights out. Being. He was a kind stalker. Like, he was a nice stalker. I had no issues with that.
That could actually happen in real life. That's my problem. Like, I don't know if that's...
would I have a problem with that? Don't know. If he was nice and brought me trail mix, I don't think I'd have an issue. It'd be fine. But
I am Sophie Cunningham with that meme and these people who are like, you need to read dark romance. I'm like, no.
I don't know. I have not. Wolf by Paisley Hope was probably the most like textbook in my head dark romance that I've read, because it was very like there was a line,
like questionable things,
like there was blurred lines, you know what I mean, where I could see where it could be dark.
More sense, if it was dark. But like at the same time, you don't call thrillers dark, and there's people being serial killers. Yeah. So I'm like, I don't know. There were some things that you told me about in that book that were obviously blurring lines between like consent and stuff. Like that obviously is so not
I felt like that one was like rightfully so dark, but this one I would have called it more of a gothic fantasy romance than a dark fantasy romance.
Yeah, because dark makes me think like, oh, what's gonna happen?
Like Rachel Gillig's books are, to me, gothic fantasy romances. This one I would have, again, people say it's the lightest one of her 3. I would have considered this one a gothic fantasy romance, not a dark. On that note, what did you rate it?
Solely because of the maggots, I took 0.5 away. Like, the maggots did it. I was on a plane reading the first 3 chapters, and like being pregnant, I can just like over imagine things. I do that normally. I can't. Like the bile, the liquids, I can't. It was like I was ill reading it because I get past the first 5, but then that scene happened with the king before he got better.
Oh yeah.
Oh my god, nope. when that maggot hit her in the back of the throat, I about threw my Kindle.
Okay, I've seen a lot of people say that they DNF in the first, like, few chapters, which
100%.
I get it, but, like, this is me telling you to push through those first 5 chapters.
I guess it's, like, to show you, like to show how qualified she is to deal with this king who is rotting.
Because
physically rotting.
To me, after the first few chapters, like, it didn't get any more gruesome.
No, it was very it was just crazy to me that was what she was talking about, and it was written so beautifully.
Yeah.
Like, this was a high level of writing, like, her language and the way she, like, strung words together, like, that's that part I feel like was the fantasy part, but she did a really good job of that, and I was shocked because I was like, "I'm reading about
She
maggots."
legitimately reminded me of, like, a more gruesome Rachel Gillick, like, with her she
Yes.
writes very
Yes. Poetic, yes, and it was so good. I
Mhm.
love books written like that.
I literally sent a message to her email and was like, "Hi, can you come on the podcast, please?"
We would love you on the podcast because I
We
need to ask
really
you about your
would.
fascination for maggots.
Yeah, that was really disgusting.
I just think about the diaper pail.
Yeah, that was disgusting.
That, like,
Now, I don't have a weak stomach at all, but when the maggot hit the back of her throat, I gagged. I did. I was like, "That is absolutely."
if I had read that in the first trimester, I'd have been done. I'd have been sick as a dog.
But thankfully,
Thankfully.
thankfully you're out of that. Yeah, if you missed it last podcast, Mckenzie is with child.
It's bigger this time.
It
We'll
is
see.
bigger this time. Let's see.
We'll
Bum
see.
date.
Oh
It is
my
bigger
God,
this
it's so
time.
much bigger. He out, she out, he out, whatever it is.
Whatever it is.
Whatever it is.
Okay, so I was looking on the back of the book, Crown Me Dead, and the first line literally makes so much sense now.
What does it say?
Wed me, bed me, slit my throat.
Oh my God.
That's the first line.
Don't you love when all of that, like,
Yes.
finally connects?
Yes.
Oh, I love that.
Like,
Okay,
the
no,
first
that's
line
so
is literally,
good.
like, and not the first line of the book, but, like, on the
Right.
back of the book.
No, that's
Wed me, bed
genius.
me, slit my throat.
No, I love that. Okay, I forgot that.
Yeah, and then I have crown me yours in
What does
the
it
room.
say?
Wed you, bed you, slit your throat. And so I'm like,
Okay, we're gonna have to get into theories at the end of this because
Yes.
I genuinely,
like, what do you mean?
by the end, was like, who do we love?
I don't know. I
Also,
have
what
never.
was Jordan crying about in this book? I need to know what she cried about. Wasn't she crying?
I think more people are crying
In the
over
second
Crown
one.
Me Yours.
Okay. That's valid.
I personally think that I rated this book 5 stars, but I think it's going to be a 6-star series for me.
I'm genuinely excited to read the next book. And it's just as short.
I think it's going to be a 6-star series for me. So I thought it was interesting that Vale, like, this is one of those books that I feel like you kind of, once you reread, you're like,
yeah. Like, there were signs.
There were signs.
I gave so many signs.
This plot twist for me was very up there.
What plot twist were you talking about?
Him being dead.
Okay. Because I could have sworn you said that was, like, really early on, but then...
No, okay. So me. I somehow put this together. Where was it at? It was page 45. This is only, a 270-page book?
Yeah, so that's, like, pretty far into it.
It says, the curtain flutters once, just enough for me to catch the dark shape of a sleeve inside. And I said, is Vale death? ? How I got that.
Can I read you what mine say? Yeah. Because this is the difference between me and Kaylee. Kaylee's like thinking with her brain. I am just like,
but no, my brain did not. My brain switched back and forth because I put that down and then I was like, wait a second. No, because she got me. I got because I was fully on that he is Kale's brother. He's Kale's brother. Yeah. And he is supposed to be the rightful king.
Right.
I was on that train. I was like, there's no way this man is dead.
Okay. It was whenever he told the story of death to the king, like when Vale was talking about the story, I was like, how does he know this story so well? Like, that's very intriguing. Yeah. That he knows this story so well. Meanwhile, I don't know why. Okay. This was around the part where We just met the king who was rotting.
Right.
Vale was acting like the assistant to the king.
Yes.
And I said, oh, is this Beauty and the Beast? Because I was like, oh, maybe he's going to turn into a human, a nice human. And then I said, is Vale Lumiere? Like, that's not a clue. Maybe he's like a lamp. Like this castle's going to come alive. I don't know.
We're speaking with our pregnancy brain with that.
100%. I was like, wow, he's probably. But I mean, if we want to dive in, I mean, obviously Lumiere was an inanimate object.
Right.
We could try and stretch that a little bit.
We could stretch that. I wouldn't say he was an inanimate object, but he was not of this world.
Did the king heal all the way by the time we saw him at the end? Like, was the rot gone?
I think the rot was like mostly gone, yeah.
Because the crown healed him.
Yeah, because he was taking care of himself by the end.
Okay.
I think after like the salt thing, the salt mine.
Okay.
She said his wounds were just like scars.
Okay, that's what I was thinking. So, can she not put her brother in there?
Well, he doesn't have the crown to like heal him.
True. Okay. That's right.
Yeah, I think the crown did most of the work. Okay. But he wasn't making it worse.
Right.
So the crown could actually heal something.
Okay.
But I really genuinely don't know how I got that he was dead from that.
I
think
crazy.
It was just like a thought that went through my brain, so I wrote it down, you know? And I was just really confused.
That's crazy.
Then in chapter 8, page 60, it says, trust when I say that I know how difficult it is to look at something so revolting and still find beauty within. And I was like, so is he the king? Like, I don't understand. I'm genuinely confused.
There was so much being figured out between you have her, like, because we're looking at it from her point of view. And so we think the king is one person, but he's actually someone else, but who is also someone else. Because we think he's doing something dirty and like being sneaky when the whole time Vale is the one who is working behind the scenes. And it's crazy to me like how so unreliable she was as a narrator because she just had no idea who to trust and what to believe.
Well, and I didn't know who to trust and who to believe too. Because at one point when Kale was being rude to her and like when he came home drunk and stuff, I'm like, so is he the bad guy?
Yeah.
Are we gonna switch and like Vale actually be the good guy? He's just morally questionable. And then because okay, what this book gave to me, and I might be completely off base here, this book gave me what I wanted from the Powerless trilogy. Like with the brother dynamic.
Yeah.
I thought we were gonna have that kind of situation where with Kit,
because she like did not feel anything for Kale.
Yeah. Okay, here's Powerless spoilers if you have not read it yet. Here's your warning. With Kit,
well, Faith, whatever that last book is, Fearless, yeah.
Okay. With Kit, he was great the whole time, and he was supposed to be the good king and all that, and then he ended up being bad. So I have been burned one too many times to where I would rather you show me outright that you are morally gray and morally questionable, and I just take that for what it is, rather than you be kind and then show up as morally questionable. But no, Kale in the end was like good all the way through.
Right.
And that shocked me a little bit.
But there were instances when he put his hands on her at the greenhouse and things that you were like, crap, maybe Vale is the one that we trust. It was things like that I was like, what the heck? I'm getting whiplash because especially she went up to Vale because she had kissed Kale and then was like, oh my God, I don't want that. Let me go find Vale. Well, then immediately after that was when Kale lashed out. So you're like, oh, okay, maybe he is the bad guy. And then he's like, what do you mean? He's dead.
Can we talk about Vale for a second?
Yes.
He was wrong. Because how are you gonna be like, you need to go find Kale and try to seduce him?
That was crazy.
But then he'd be like, if you want a test run, you know where to find me in my room.
Literally. I'm sorry, sir. You're deaf.
That's your brother. Or so we thought.
Which that should have been a red flag from the beginning. Like he was willing to do that.
That should have been a red
flag. And that was.
But I mean, we knew he was morally gray. So he might not have cared.
True.
He might not have cared.
I'm genuinely unsure of what's happening next. I do
have
like
no idea what's happening
these are
next,
some
though.
of my favorite. This is one of my favorite lines. If the library held an answer to that, don't you think I would have found it by now? Men can stare straight at a thing and still not see it. I was like, girl,
Clock it.
girl,
Clock it,
put
my
that
husband.
on a shirt because my husband is the actual worst when it comes to looking for stuff. I loved that so much.
I agree with that so much.
I also loved, I wasn't planning on throwing myself onto the floor. I do that only for death and spilled soup. Because she's like, okay, I'm sorry. I'm not going to do that for you.
Okay, I do have another question.
Mhm.
Did we ever find out who the girl that they were hiding was? That Kale was hiding that he thought could
Oh,
break the curse?
they thought it was like a cousin, but they kind of like shrugged it off as like
Yeah, so,
nobody.
like, I don't know if that has any if that's gonna come
If
into
that's
play in
going
the
to come
next book
back.
because I don't feel like that was fully resolved, and I could be totally off base saying that it's gonna come back.
It was just, if it doesn't though, that's a very odd thing to just throw in there and then not have any result from it.
Right, and then the fact that she's running to Vale and telling him all the things
Mm-hmm.
that Kale says, and then he's like, "Did you tell him?" And she's like, "No." "No, I didn't." And then he's like, "Do you like him?" And she's like, "No,
No,
I don't." And then he's like, "Well, if you don't believe me that he's dead, put moonlight on him." So while
literally
they're doing the
the deed.
deed, she freaking pulls the
That
curtain
was
down, and
such a wild time.
I just picture like the cereal or something.
Yes,
You
literally,
know, like
yes.
she is climbing the cereal is what she's doing.
Literally.
And that part
That's what I imagine the cereal doing.
that part just got me, and I was like,
I was
"Wow."
like, ugh, get off of him.
Yeah.
I literally was so concerned for her in that moment. Because I said, you probably should have done it before. I don't know.
Yeah. Well, I mean, the
He was
moonlight
kind of
again,
aggressive.
he was kind of
And I was like,
aggressive.
sir, you should
He
not be that aggressive for you to
was
not be a real person.
he was slightly aggressive. But then Death has never taken a lover. Like, you were the first lover. And
Which is crazy.
I know how to break the curse now. And then she goes in there thinking she's about to die, and he puts the crown on top of her head, and she slits his throat. And I'm like,
I was
wow,
shook.
what?
I was like, I know that that girl didn't just do that.
And then she does.
So we know Kale is gone.
Yeah, so like we end the book.
Kale's done
Alara's
so.
queen, Kayla's dead, and Vale is pissed.
So what happens to him though if the curse is broken?
I don't know, because you know what I'm still reeling about?
Hmm.
The crown you, or wed you, bed you, slit your throat. That is what I'm still reeling about. I have absolutely no idea where book 2 is going. But I did, when I was researching stuff on like TikTok and whatnot,
Mm-hmm.
I didn't see any spoilers for book 2, thank goodness. But I
Oh,
did
good.
see that the mom and the brother, it is very important that they came to the castle. And I was like, hmm.
Interesting. Okay.
I wonder why.
Right. Because what would that serve a purpose for?
I don't know. I don't know what purpose that would serve.
Because what is she going to do now that she's queen?
I don't know.
Are they going to try and get rid of the rot?
Is the rot gone now that she's queen? Or is it not gone yet until she kills him because she didn't love him?
Did death create the rot?
I think so. Because if the crown is not fed, then rot starts.
Mhm.
So yeah. But does that mean the curse is broken now and it doesn't have to happen now that they figured out a way to break it?
That's so hard that I don't like what's happening in book 2.
I don't know what's happening in book 2. I don't know what's happening in book 1 anymore. This was the shortest book, but there was so much packed into it.
There was so
There
much
was
packed
so
into
much.
it.
It
It was
was
such a
like
quick read, but there was so much in it.
from moment 1, like the very first moment, it was like bam, 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 bam. I saw this comment that said, okay, but Vale is such a clever name because it's the veil between life and death.
Don't you hate crap like that?
I'm
Because it's
like,
been
wow.
in your face the whole time.
The whole
The
time.
whole time.
And then someone was like, Vale and Kale, why
Why are they so close?
Are they so similar? And someone had said, I think it was intentional to sell their brothers thing.
I was fully convinced.
I thought the plot twist was that they're brothers.
Right. Fully convinced they were brothers.
And that was not the plot twist. That was not the plot twist.
No.
But I have definitely seen that book 2 breaks your heart and shatters it, and you will bawl your.
That's scary.
That is scary. I'm excited though. I
think I need to read it soon though before I forget.
I think I need to read it soon because I leave for Disney on Sunday, and I was thinking about reading it on the way to Disney, but I don't want to be sobbing in the car.
No, that's a vibe killer.
That is a vibe killer. I'm going to the happiest place on earth, like brokenhearted. You know,
you could be renewed there.
So maybe I need to read it like now.
Yeah. How many pages is it?
I think it's 270 pages again, like the same thing. So I think I need to read it now. That way I can be depressed and then cheer up by the time it's time to leave for Disney is what I need to do.
No, 100%. Especially if it's that quick, you'll finish it.
Yeah. Okay. So we're going to tell them our next month's book pick. Light Wilder.
Oh, that's right.
By Rachel
I was
Snyder.
like, did we have this shot?
It's Light Wilder.
Really excited.
I'm genuinely concerned. I'm concerned.
We love you, Rachel, but please don't do us dirty.
No, I am so sad because I loved Metal Singer so much, and I have seen so many people say that Light Wilder they've DNF'd.
Why?
I don't know.
It ends Jovi's story, though.
I know. I don't understand why so many people have DNF'd Light Wilder.
Like, I need to know what comes after that.
Yes.
You know, like, I need to finish it so that I know.
And then I've seen where a couple of people were like, I didn't like it. Like, I finished it, but I didn't love it. Or I'm taking a break halfway through because I just can't get into it.
And she didn't, like, speed release this.
No, I'm genuinely so scared that I'm not going to like it.
That's how I feel with Shield of Sparrows.
Me too. That's what I have not read Light Wilder, Shield of Sparrows, or Rides of the Starling. Or what's the other one that just came out? Also, The Night Prince. I have not read.
Yeah, well, we're waiting until November or closer to the fall.
I'm really scared.
Oh, we've not read Fury Bound.
Fury Bound.
I really want to read that one, though. Like, that one I do want to read because I need it to be better than Dire Bound.
Yeah. I'm really nervous, though. I've seen where it wasn't.
I need more Stark.
I know. I'm so nervous. Okay.
I wonder if that
we need to know if we should read Fury Bound. Like, how did you like it? 1. 2, is Rise of the Starling good? Is it as good as Shield of Sparrows? Because Shield of Sparrows is like up here.
It was up there for me.
If you have read Light Wilder, did you like it?
Fury Bound is not on Hoopla.
Okay. Yeah, we need to know those things because I'm really nervous.
I'm nervous too.
Because like I love Rachel so much. She's been on the pod. Like we have seen her in person and she loves us. I think that if it's not good, we will be talking about a different book.
Well, I just put Fury Bound on hold. So
okay. So if you come back at the beginning of August and we are not talking about Light Wilder, you have your answer. Because I can't dog Rachel. I can't.
Absolutely not.
I will just not talk about it.
Yeah.
I will dog anybody else but Rachel. Rachel has been an A1 since day one.
Correct. She was our first.
She was our first author on the podcast. I cannot dog her. So if it's not good,
we will drive to
there will be signs
for Rachel.
Yes.
I think we're gonna like it. Really, and I think we will for the conversation because I feel like there's gonna be a lot going on.
Yeah. Okay. Are you ready?
I have faith.
Well,
wait. Okay. So
have 4 sad.
I gotta put more there. So 1, we forgot recent reads.
Oh. Do you just want to double talk about recent reads in the next one?
Yeah.
Okay.
So my TBR pool was Fever Dream. Loved that book.
I loved
Didn't know it was my TBR pool, and I wanted to listen to it anyways. And then when Kayla was like, "No, it is," I was like, "Oh, thank the Lord," because
No, I genuinely loved Fever Dream so much.
So good.
Did you listen to it or read it?
Yes, I listened to it
as well.
It was so good.
I listened
No
to it.
notes.
It's so different than like any of her other books. If you've read an Elsie Silver, this one is very different, but it is Theo Silva's sister, which you don't know who Theo Silva is.
Because I've only read Wild Love.
Yes. That's the only one you've read by her?
Yes.
Wow. Okay. Anyways, we got some work to do with that. But Theo is daddy. Theo's daddy.
Which one is he in?
Reckless, I think.
Oh, he's in the earlier series.
Yeah.
Okay.
But Theo and were in this book with their kids, multiple, which they only
have. Oh, so that's like oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Theo. Okay.
Yeah.
That's sweet.
Yeah.
I had no idea.
And you hear about Emmett.
Okay.
In that book because they're rivals.
Mm-hmm.
In that book.
Okay.
Yeah.
Dang, so she pulled him out the depths.
She pulled him out of the depths.
I love that for her.
Yeah. But I loved it more than I thought I would because I didn't know how the whole cowboy reality TV trope was going to go. But
no, it was so good. And I loved because it made me think of Love Island. I thought it was a perfect time to listen because I was like, wow, some of this sounds so staged. Yeah. And it's giving Love Island.
It was so staged.
It was so staged. And it wasn't your typical like cowboy romance. I mean, those pieces were in there, but it wasn't anything crazy. And the audio was so easy to listen to. I loved it.
My TBR poll was A Crown This Cold and Heavy. I get so confused by all of those names.
I love that you're finally finishing it.
Spoilers. What the freak was that? If you have not read that, don't listen anymore. What do you mean Lorian dies?
And now you understand why I listened to all 4 of those in a month.
They all leave on
solid
bangers of a cliffhanger.
Yeah.
And then
I see that hair in your mouth too.
Okay, I got it. Cavis dies, and that's just heartbreaking. Mackenzie was saying that she feels like it's Aelin and Gabriel. And it is.
It is.
That's so sad. That makes it even more sad, to be honest, thinking about it like that.
Because of the whole setting they were in and everything.
But also, what do you mean Lorian died? Like, like I know, obviously, he doesn't like die because there's a whole nother book. There's a whole nother book, and it ends happily ever after. But
Priska
what do you mean?
And Lorian are my like top tier. This series is one of my favorite series I've ever read.
Yeah.
It's so good.
Okay, you ready to pick the next one?
I'm nervous. This always makes me sick to my stomach.
There's no bad ones left in yours. No, you picked all of the dark romances in a row.
Right.
Okay, let's see what that one is. Dun, dun, dun.
Beach read. Yay.
Oh,
okay.
That one's really good.
I'm loving Emily Henry, so this makes me happy.
I like that one a lot.
Actually loving Emily Henry.
Okay. Blood and Steel?
Oh, yes. Legends of Thesmar.
I haven't read that yet, have I?
The audiobook is really good.
Okay. Who's that by?
Helen Sure.
Oh. Sure. Okay, word.
You can't get obsessed with the series because I've only read the first 2. So you can't like beat me.
Do you like
That's true. She's never finished a fantasy series.
I have finished a fantasy series.
And Powerless.
I finished.
And you're working on 4th.
I finished Duologies.
That's valid.
I finished Duologies. I finished Duologies is what I do. That's but do you know how many fantasy books I'm reading right now? And I don't read a whole lot of
What are you reading?
I am reading the House of Sky and Breath, listening to that.
Ooh,
I'm reading the dark fantasy romance that is this.
True.
And then there's another one. And I just read A Crown This Cold and Heavy.
True. That's a lot of fantasy
read
for you.
So much fantasy. A lot of fantasy.
That's crazy. That's actually a lot of fantasy.
That's a lot of fantasy for me, is what
that's crazy.
Yeah. And then I read the Frost and Nectar series.
So good.
I've been reading so much fantasy lately.
I love that for you. You're going to like Blood and Steel.
Yeah, I'm excited for it.
It's so good.
Well, join us next week as we yap about the first lines of books. We're going to try to convince you to read a book based off the first line. And we're also going to try and convince ourselves to read books on our TBR based off the first line, which I'm kind of excited for because I have some bangers of some first lines saved on my phone. So Yeah.
Yeah.
We will see you guys next week.
Bye, guys.
Bye.